Hi, I'm trying to get an answer to a question here.
Sure.
Alright, so last week I brought my car to inspection and it failed for a specific code. And I went and I got my car fixed, I got the brand new part put in, everything is fine, that code is gone. But then this week they failed me for a code that has nothing to do with emissions. And I asked the lady there why, because it was broken last week too. It's the torque converter. I knew it was broken. It didn't come up last time as the reason for failing, but it came up this time for the reason for failing. How is that possible?
I don't know. I mean, it would be, if it is coming up as a code, if your vehicle's a 1996 or newer, the test is done through that OBD system, and anything that comes up is going to be a failure for it. Is your check engine light on?
The check engine light's on, but it's not for the reason I failed the last time, which, I mean, it's clear by the paperwork that it's not. And I don't understand why they can say, go fix this, I go fix this, and then I don't pass. I mean, had they told me that I'd have to fix both things, I wouldn't have spent the money, I would have gotten a new car or something. Like, it's a large repair.
Right. It's all done by the computer. I mean, the computer reads the vehicle, through the OBD system, and then it picks up the codes that it's picking up on. So it's not anything that anyone's doing or not doing. I don't know why, if it was there initially, it wouldn't show up. Because that does sound a little strange. I would imagine that if there was a code present and your check engine light was on, all the codes would be listed on the vehicle inspection report. So that is a little strange. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the bottom of the paperwork. It says diagnostic trouble codes present, and on the first one it says 410, but then down in the explanation that it also says 0741, but that's not the reason I failed. They didn't highlight that for me. I didn't know that I had to fix that. So then I went and spent $350 fixing the 0410, and I bring it back thinking I'm going to pass because I fixed what they required.
Right. Wait. Now, when you went to the repair shop, first of all, it was a certified emission repair shop?
No, I did it myself. My family, we did it.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, normally what we recommend is that you show, whomever's fixing it, you show them the report so that they can see what needs to be repaired or not repaired.
Right, which is what I did. And where the highlighted section is, they only highlighted one thing, which said the 0410. It's the only code on there.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't understand that, because like I said, that printout should print out any reason for the check engine light to be on. The computer reads it, and it prints out all the codes that are present. So I'm not sure why it wasn't showing originally. I don't know if it wasn't showing before and then came up.
It was definitely there because I've had the car checked before, and I knew it was a problem. But, I mean, what does the torque converter have to do with the air injection? Or emissions, for that matter.
Yeah, I don't know those things. The only thing I do know is that, with federal regulations, with a 1996 or newer vehicle, they test it through that OBD system, and then usually anything that will cause the check engine light to come on is a problem code, and that would be considered a failure for emissions.
Okay. So even if it has nothing to do with emissions, I'd fail for emissions.
I think indirectly it does. It may not sound like it does directly, but all those things that are connected to that light, they consider the operation of either the motor or the transmission, and that affects the emissions on the vehicle.
Okay.
I know, and it's very technical, and I guess, that's why I don't really know. I'm not a mechanic, so I'm not sure exactly how a car works, but the way they explain it to us is that way, that anything that's connected to that light, the way the cars are designed,
right,
96 and newer, is basically transmission operation and engine operation, and I guess there's a bunch of sensors and things like that that are in vehicles too, also for the gas tank. So any of those things do have an impact on the check engine light will affect the...
I find it annoying because had I known that both of them were there, I wouldn't have...
I totally understand how you feel, and I wish I had an explanation. I'm not sure why the computer... You know what I mean? I don't want to say the computer doesn't make mistakes, but it doesn't. It reads what's there at that moment, and it should be printed out on that report for you. So, but I do understand what you're saying, but I just don't have an explanation as to why it wouldn't have been there.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't even know what to do now. Like, I'm out of money, and I've got a failure, so...
Yeah. I know. I have to go next month, and I have 109,000 on mine, so I worry.
You're nervous, right? I have 167,000.
Ah.
And there's one thing wrong with it, like.
Yeah, no, I'm at that stage where you worry about that because it's a difficult situation because you're not sure whether to continue to fix it or buy another one, and of course, who can buy another one at this point? So.
Right.
I do understand what you're saying. I'm sorry for the problem that you're having.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. All right, another non-answer. Love the state. Love this state. I'm thinking that everybody that works for the state should be round up, shipped to Africa, and fed to the children because they're subhuman, and people over there are starving, and they can just eat their useless flesh. And that is all.